Since we're trying to find the roots of this equation, we need to set y equal to 0. Remember that the roots are the x-coordinates of the x-intercepts, which is where y equals 0. Now let's use the quadratic formula to solve this. Plugging the proper coefficients in to the proper spots in the quadratic formula gives us x equals -2 plus or minus the square root of 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times 10, all over 2. Let's simplify. Well, this is getting pretty interesting. Look at what I have underneath my square root sign. We end up with -2 plus or minus the square root of -36 over 2. This is pretty shocking. This problem is asking us to take the square root of a negative number. We can't do that. We do not have any idea what real number this would equal. In fact, there is no real number that this equals. So what does this mean? No solutions? No crossing of the x-axis? Well, we found a solution. Let's take a peek at the graph. So here's the graph of y equals x squared plus 2x plus 10. Remember, when we were looking for roots, we're looking for the x-coordinates of x-intercepts of the graph. But look at where our vertex is. It's right here way above the x-axis, and our parabola is pointing upward. That means that the y-coordinate of this point right here is the smallest y-coordinate of any point on this graph. In other words, because this is the minimum point, the graph is never going to get any closer to the x-axis, and so it's never going to touch it at all. This is pretty fascinating. The weird thing is that we still got some sort of answer. You'll have to wait for the next lesson, though, to find out what this means.